Hi everyone! Got your delicious coffee already? Now, let's assemble our own retractable WDT tool from single dose brew together. This is the finished WDT tool. You can open it with a simple push and have it close automatically to hide those very sharp needles. You will need to get a good sharp wire cutter to cut the needles to size. You need the needles, a rubber band, and the rear cover. In the package, you will also have the push button and the needle holder. You will also find a needle cutting guide to cut the needles to perfect size. And lastly, you will have the main WDT tool body. You will also need a piece of paper towel in a box. The paper towels prevent the cut needles from bouncing all over the place when you cut them. Let's start with the rubber band. This gives the WDT tool the elastic action. Thread the rubber band through the hole of the needle holder. Loop it over itself and pull it tight to give it a nice good fit. Next we get to the needles. 10 is provided, but you only need 8 with 2 spares. Tear off the protective back and pull out the needle carefully. It's sharp, so do be careful. Take the needle cutting guide and have the needle side pointing upwards. Slide the needles through the hole until the needle handles sit nicely where the handle marking is. Cut the sharp end of the needles where it sticks out from the guide. Once you have all 8 needles, we can assemble the WDT tool. On the needle holder, you will find 8 holes from the side with the rubber band. Thread in all the 8 needles into each hole. If the needles get stuck, give it a slight jiggle, and it should pass through. Continue until all the needles are assembled in the needle holder. When you are done, give the elastic band a tight pull to make it easier to put it into the WDT tool body next. With the WDT tool hole slot facing you, align the needle holder with the slot where the push button hole is. They should line up nicely. Now thread the needle holder into the WDT tool from the front inwards. When you see the push button hole, stop there. We are going to insert the push button into its little hole. It should go in nicely and tight with a little click. If you want it to be stronger, you can always put a drop of super glue into the hole before pushing the button in. Now you want to pull the rubber band out from the back for the WDT tool body holder. Hook it onto the back cover. You will want to turn the main body clockwise to twist the rubber band. Keep twisting to shorten the rubber band. Keep twisting until you feel it is short enough that the needle holder gets pulling all the way. You do not want it to be too tight, just enough to pull the needle holder back. Then screw the back cover onto the WDT tool clockwise. You are done. Your very own retractable WDT tool is now ready to make your first cup of coffee. Now let me show you how to use a WDT tool. You will of course need your ground beans. You can grind your beans into a dosing cup. I recommend using a funnel with your portafilter, especially on 50mm portafilters to avoid a mess. Pour your ground beans into the portafilter by flipping your ground beans into the portafilter. It may be a little clumpy, but that's okay. Take your brand new WDT tool and push the needles out, kind of like Wolverine. Give your beans a stir to even out the ground beans. With the final few adjustments, try to get as flat a surface as you can, just sweeping the very top of the puck. You can then retract the needles safely away, so you do not prick yourself. Give the portafilter a firm tap on the table to settle the grounds nicely into the portafilter. You are done. Enjoy your coffee and remember to subscribe to us for more great tips and tricks. Have a great day, and I will see you again.